This is part 3 of the lesson Vyagra Geete from Siri Kannada grade 10. In the previous part, we had seen that the author's relative or friend by name Krishnamurti is narrating an experience of one of his ancestors. So, his ancestor was a revenue officer, and in Kannada, revenue officer is called as Shanubhoga. So, once when Shanubhoga was walking through the forest path, a hungry tiger seized him. But the problem was that he was facing his back towards the tiger. So the tiger hesitates to attack him from behind, as it is not morally or ethically correct to kill or attack even an enemy from behind. So this tiger tries to jump in front of Shanubhoga, turn around immediately and face him and then attack. But Shanubhoga was very clever, and every time the tiger tried to jump in front of him, he also would turn his back. He'll also immediately turn around. So every time the tiger could only see his back. So this continues to happen 5 to 6 times, and both the tiger and the Shanubhoga get very tired. So now let's see what happens. ಆ ವಿಪತ್ತಿನ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಪುಸ್ತಕದ ಯೋಚನೆ ಬಂತು. So in this disastrous situation, the Shanubhoga, he remembers his accounts book. ಹುಲಿಯ ಪಂಜಾದಿಂದ ಒಂದೇಟು ಬಿದ್ದರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಮುಂದೆ ಯಾವುದರ ಅರಿವೂ ಉಳಿಯುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. So he's thinking, if by chance the tiger's claw hits me once, then I will not even know what is happening after that. ನೋವೇನಿದ್ದರೂ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷಣ ಮಾತ್ರ. Even if there is any pain, it will just be for a second. Because the tiger's claw is so strong, and one hit from the tiger, the person might even die. ಮಡಿಯಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಮಡಿಯೇ ಮಡಿಯುತ್ತೇನೆ ಎಂದು ನಿಶ್ಚಯಿಸಿದರು. So now Shanubhoga thinks, okay, if I have to die, if in my fate there is death, then let me die. He decides that, okay, if I have to die, let me die. ಆದರೆ ಮಾಡುವುದಾದರೂ ಏನನ್ನು? So he's thinking, what else can I do? I don't have anything else to do to save myself or protect myself. ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯುಧವಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. He did not have any weapon with him. ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಶಾನುಭೋಗರ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಸ್ತ್ರ. The only weapon that he could think of is his accounts book. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಬೇಕು. So he had to use only that as a weapon. ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಹುಲಿಯ ಮೇಲೇನು ಫಲಿಸಿತು. But what effect will a book have on a tiger? ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಯೋಗಿಸಿದರಿಂದ ಹುಲಿ ಸಾಯುವುದಂತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. So by using that, can he cause the death of the tiger? No. The tiger is not going to die with that book. ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವ ಪರಿಣಾಮವೂ ಆಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. So definitely there will be no effect of that book on that tiger. ಆದರೂ ಕ್ಷಣಕಾಲ ಹುಲಿ ಅಪ್ರತಿಭವಾದರೆ ಅದರ ಗಮನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಚಲಿಸಿದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಓಡಿ ಸಮೀಪದ ಮರದ ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೇರಬಹುದೆಂಬ ಹುಚ್ಚು ಆಸೆ. So he thinks, see, I cannot do anything with this book. I cannot kill the tiger. But if I make the tiger puzzled even for a second and divert its attention, so in that small moment where the tiger is puzzled and its attention is diverted, I can immediately run and climb a nearby tree. So this was a crazy desire that Shanubhoga had. ಅಂತೂ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನದಲ್ಲಿರುವುದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಬಿಡಬೇಕು. So he's thinking, whatever is possible by me, whatever I can do, whatever is possible to be done, I have to do it. I will definitely try to do it. ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕರ್ಮಣ್ಯವಾಧಿಕಾರಸ್ಥೆ ಮಾ ಫಲೇಶು ಕದಾಚನ. So he says, I will try whatever is possible. And then there's a verse in Bhagavad Gita called as, the verse is like this, karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana, which means that you have control only on the effort that you put in, not on the result. You cannot control the outcome, but you can at least control the effort that you are trying to put in. So he thinks of this verse and he thinks, let me try. I don't know what the outcome will be. I don't know if I will succeed or not. But at least let me try doing this. Let me try throwing the book on the tiger and trying to divert his attention. So he thinks that he has to throw the book on the tiger. ಇತ್ತ ಹುಲಿಗೆ ವಿಪರೀತವಾದ ಆಯಾಸ. ನೋಡಿ, tiger is also very tired. ಆಯಾಸ is tired. ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಅದರ ಮುಖಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಹುಲಿಗೆ ಪೆಟ್ಟೇನೂ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. So Shanubhoga throws the book on the tiger, and when the book falls on the tiger's face, the tiger does not get any hurt, but it got surprised. ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯವಾಯಿತು, but it got surprised. ಬಳಲಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ಜಡವಾಗಿದ್ದ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಅರಿವಾಗಲು ಅರೆ ನಿಮಿಷ ಹಿಡಿಯಿತು. So by the time the tiger could realize what was happening, what just came and hit it, it took half a minute for the tiger to realize and understand that. ಆ ಅರೆ ನಿಮಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಾನುಭೋಗರು, ದೇವರೇ ಮರ ಹತ್ತುವಷ್ಟು ಅವಕಾಶ ಕರುಣಿಸು. So in that half a minute, Shanubhoga is praying God, oh God, please give me at least one chance. ಎನ್ನುತ್ತಾ ಒಂದೇ ಉಸಿರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮರದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಧಾವಿಸಿದರು. And he just rushed towards a tree. In one breath he tried to run and rush towards a tree. ಆದರೆ ದೇವರ ರಕ್ಷಣಾ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇತ್ತು. But God had some other plans in defending him. ಮರಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲವು ಅಡಿ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಲದಿಂದ ಮೇಲೆದ್ದುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದ ಕಲ್ಲನ್ನು ಎಡವಿ ಶಾನುಭೋಗರು ಬಿದ್ದರು. So just a few meters away from the tree there was a stone, and Shanubhoga stumbled over that stone and fell down. ಮೊದಲೇ ದಣಿವಾಗಿತ್ತು. He was already exhausted and tired. ಬಿದ್ದ ಪೆಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ತಪ್ಪಿತು, and he fell down. So when he was already exhausted, and for the fall, the way he fell, he lost consciousness. So ಕೆಲವು ನಿಮಿಷಗಳಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮೂರ್ಛೆ ತಿಳಿಯಿತು. Then after a few minutes he regained his conscious. ಆದರೆ ಆಗ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೊಂದು ಇಂದ್ರಿಯವು ಚುರುಕಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. But still none of his senses were active. ಮನಸ್ಸು ಅಸ್ಪಷ್ಟ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು, and his mind was in a very vague state. ಕಣ್ಣು ಮಂಜು ಮಂಜು. His eyes all looked very blurry. ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೊತ್ತು ಆ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೋ ಅವರಿಗಂತೂ ತಿಳಿಯದು. He didn't know for how long he was lying like that, very blurred and in a very vague state of mind. ಎಚ್ಚೆತ್ತಾಗ ಅವರ ಬಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ 4-5 ಜನ ನಿಂತಿದ್ದರು. Then finally when he regained his consciousness completely and when he woke up, he saw 4 to 5 people around him. ತಮ್ಮ ಮುಖವೆಲ್ಲ ಒದ್ದೆಯಾಗಿತ್ತು, and he could feel that his face was all wet. ಇನ್ನು ಯಾರೋ ನೀರು ಚಿಮುಕಿಸುತ್ತಲೇ ಇದ್ದರು, and somebody was sprinkling water on his face. So what happened when he fell unconscious is what this paragraph is explaining now. ಶಾನುಭೋಗರು ಮೂರ್ಛೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಡೆದಿದ್ದ ಇಷ್ಟೇ. So now they are explaining what happened when he was in an unconscious state. ಚಿಕ್ಕನಾಯಕನಹಳ್ಳಿಗೆ ತೆಂಗಿನಕಾಯಿ ತುಂಬಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದ ಕೆಲವು ರೈತರು ತಿಂಗಳ ಬೆಳಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾಡಿ ಹೊಡೆದುಕೊಂಡು ತಮ್ಮ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗೆ ಹಿಂತಿರುಗುತ್ತಿದ್ದರು. So there were a few farmers who had filled their carts with coconuts and they had gone to Chikkanayakkanahalli. Now in the moonlight they were all returning back to their village in their bullock carts. ಶಾನುಭೋಗರು ಬಿದ್ದ ಸ್ಥಳಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಲು ಹರದಾರಿ ಇದೆ ಎನ್ನುವಾಗ ಎತ್ತುಗಳು ಏನೂ ಮಾಡಿದರೂ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗದೆ ಕಣಿ ಹಾಕಿಕೊಂಡವು. So when they were just a few meters away from the place where Shanubhoga had fallen down unconscious, the bulls of the bullock cart, they refused to move forward. They could sense that there was some danger around and they refused to move forward. Kani haki kondavu means they could feel something. It was not visible, but the cows could feel that there is some danger around, and so they refused to move forward. ಅದೇ ವೇಳೆಗೆ ಎದೆ ನಡಗುವಂತೆ ಹುಲಿಯ ಗರ್ಜನೆ ಕೇಳಿಸಿತು, and exactly at that same time there was a loud roar which made everybody to shiver. ಎತ್ತುಗಳ ಘಂಟೆಯ ಶಬ್ದವನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದ ಹುಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ನಿಮಿಷ ತಡೆದು ನೋಡಿತು, and the tiger could hear the noise of the bells that was tied around the cows. So it also paused for a while. ಆದರೆ ರೈತರ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳಿ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿರಾಶೆಯಿಂದಲೂ ಕೋಪದಿಂದಲೂ ಗರ್ಜಿಸಿ ಪಲಾಯನ ಮಾಡಿತು. But then it also heard the noise or the voices of the farmers, and so it got very disappointed and angry and fled the place. ಗಾಡಿಯವರು 5 ಜನವಿದ್ದರೂ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಆಗಲಿ ಹುಲಿ ಎಂದು ಭಯವಲ್ಲವೇ. So even though there were 5 people, they were still afraid. A tiger means it's a wild animal and it's fearful, right? So they all were also still afraid because it was a tiger. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ಗಾಡಿಯ ಬಳಿಯೇ ನಿಂತು ನೋಡಿದರು. So they waited for a few minutes. Wherever they had stationed, they were waiting there for a few minutes and they were watching. ಮತ್ತೆ ಗರ್ಜನೆ ಕೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ. Then they did not hear the roar of the tiger again. ಅನಂತರ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿದ್ದ ಕೋವಿಯಿಂದ ಒಂದೆರಡು ತೋಟ ಹಾರಿಸಿ ಕೈಲಾದಷ್ಟು ಗಲಭೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ತೆಂಗಿನ ಗರಿಯ ಪಂಜು ಹೊತ್ತಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಜಾಗರೂಕತೆಯಿಂದ ಮುಂದುವರೆದರು. So they were being very cautious. They fired a few bullets from their guns. Then they lit a coconut leaf and made a torch out of it, and they cautiously moved ahead. ಮೂರ್ಛೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ದ ಶಾನುಭೋಗರನ್ನು ಕಂಡು ಮುಖದ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀರೆರಚಿ ಎಚ್ಚರಿಸಿದರು. And then they saw this Shanubhoga had fainted and fallen, so they sprinkled water on him and tried to wake him up. ಮೊದಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದಂತೆ ಶಾನುಭೋಗರು ಗಟ್ಟಿ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನವರು. ಸೊ ಶಾನುಭೋಗ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ಡ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಬೇಗ ಚೇತರಿಸಿಕೊಂಡದ್ದು ನಡೆದ ಸಂಗತಿಯನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೆನಪಿಸಿ ತಂದುಕೊಂಡರು. ಸೊ ಹಿ ರಿಕವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ಲಿ and then he started to remember what all happened before he fell unconscious. ಮೈ ಕೈ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಡುಗುತ್ತಿತ್ತೇ ಹೊರತು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾಯವೇನೂ ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. So even though his body was shivering a little, he was not hurt. There were no wounds in his body. ಹುಲಿಯ ಭಯವೇನೂ ಕಳೆದಿತ್ತು. And he had also overcome the fear of the tiger. ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಪುಸ್ತಕವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಪಡೆದು ಭದ್ರ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡದ್ದಾಯಿತು. So he retrieved the accounts book and ensured it was safe. ಆದರೆ ಅವರ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ವಿಸ್ಮಯ ಆವರಿಸಿತು. But then in his mind his mind was filled with wonder. ತಾವು ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು ಹೇಗೆ? So he was wondering, how did I survive? What happened? Why did the tiger not eat me? How did I survive? ನಿಸ್ಸಹಾಯಕರಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ದಾಗ ಹುಲಿ ತಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಎಳೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಲಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕೆ? So he's thinking, I was helpless and I was also unconscious. Why did the tiger not drag me and go? Why did it not eat me or attack me? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ಯೋಚಿಸಿ ಗಾಡಿಯವರನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದರು. So he was unable to find any answer for his questions. He kept thinking for a while and he was wondering, why did the tiger leave me? Why did it spare me? It could have easily killed me. So he thought for a while, he did not find any answers, and then he asked those villagers who had saved him. ನಾನು ಮುಖ ಮೇಲಾಗಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಎಂದು. So he asked, was my face facing upwards when I had fallen unconscious? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಬಿದ್ದದ್ದು ಬೆನ್ನು ಮೇಲಾಗಿ. So he had fallen face down. His back was facing upwards, not his face. His face was facing down. So his back was facing upwards. ಶಾನುಭೋಗರ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ದೊರೆತಂತಾಯಿತು. Now Shanubhoga realizes, or he gets the answer to his question, why the tiger spared me. Because when he fell unconscious also, he had fallen face down. Even then, his back only was facing the tiger. The tiger did not see his face. It could only see his back, even when he had fallen down. So that is why the tiger did not attack him. Because it is its moral rule, ethic. It is following the moral code to never attack anybody from behind. So now Shanubhoga is like in full praise of the tiger. ಕೊನೆಯವರೆಗೂ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ತನ್ನ ಕುಲಧರ್ಮವನ್ನು ಪಾಲಿಸಿಕೊಂಡೇ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. So he now realizes, come what may, whatever situation it was, the tiger did not give up following its moral code or moral ethics. It wanted to be morally correct at any given situation. ಉದಾರ ಹೃದಯರಾದ ಶಾನುಭೋಗರ ಬಾಯಿಂದ ಭಲೆ ಎಂಬ ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆಯ ಮಾತು ಹೊರಟಿತು. And he generously praised the tiger. He said bhale. Bhale is like saying, oh wow, good. ಸಂದರ್ಭವನ್ನ ಅರಿಯದೆ ಈ ಶಾನುಭೋಗರಿಗೆ ಹುಚ್ಚು ಹಿಡಿಯಿತೋ ಎನ್ನುವಂತೆ ನೋಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದ ಗಾಡಿಯವರಿಗೆ ಅಂದಿನ ಕಥೆಯನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದರು. So the farmers did not realize, they didn't know what happened, why he had fallen or why he had fainted. And suddenly he is saying bhale, good, all that. So they thought maybe this Shanubhoga has gone crazy. And that's when he tells them the story of the day, what had happened and how the tiger did not attack him even when he was fallen unconscious. ಶಾನುಭೋಗರು ಕುಡಿದ ನೀರು ಅಲುಗದ ಹಾಗೆ ಎನ್ನಲಾಗದಿದ್ದರೂ ಜೀವ ಸಹಿತ ಮನೆ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡರು, ರಸದೂಟವನ್ನೂ ಮಾಡಿದರು. So this line, ಕುಡಿದ ನೀರು ಅಲುಗದ ಹಾಗೆ, it is like an idiom which describes a situation where someone goes through a potential danger but is left unharmed. Okay, so that is what happened to him. It was so dangerous that the tiger was ready to eat him, but then finally he was safe and he was unarmed. So that is the kind of dangerous situation that potentially dangerous situation he has come out of, unharmed. So he had a feast. ರಸದೂಟವನ್ನೂ ಮಾಡಿದರು. He had a very he had a feast that day. ಹುಲಿ ಈಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಸಿದಿರಬೇಕು ಎಂಬ ಯೋಚನೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವರ ವದನಾರವಿಂದದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗುಳ್ನಗೆ ಮೂಡಿತು. And then suddenly he thought about the tiger and he was thinking how hungry that tiger should be now. And there was a smile on his face. ಊಟ ರುಚಿ ಇಮ್ಮಡಿ ಆಯಿತು. And the taste of the food doubled. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅರೆ ನಿಮಿಷದ ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ಒದಗಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟ ಪ್ರಾಣವನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡಿದ ಆ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಎಂದಿನಂತೆ ತನ್ನ ಜೀರ್ಣವಸದ ಹೊದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಶ್ರಾಂತಿ ಪಡೆಯುತ್ತಿತ್ತು. So the accounts book, which gave him a chance for half a minute to save himself, was covered in a cloth and resting in its usual place on the beam. ಶಾನುಭೋಗರ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯು ಅನಂತ ವಾತ್ಸಲ್ಯದಿಂದ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಯಿಂದ ಆ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಳಿತು. So he was looking at that book with so much of gratitude. Because of that book only his life was saved, is what he thinks. ಆ ಶಾನುಭೋಗರಂತೂ ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲ. So now Shanubhoga is no more. He has died. ಆದರೆ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಇಂದಿಗೂ ಭದ್ರವಾಗಿದೆ. But that accounts book is still safe even till today. ದೇವರ ಮಂದಾಸನದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಂಡಿಸಿ ಶಾನುಭೋಗರ ಸಂತತಿಯವರಿಂದ ಈಗಲೂ ಪೂಜೆಯನ್ನು ಕೈಗೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತಿದೆ. So they have placed the book along with the God's idols, and all his descendants, they have placed the book along with the God's idol, and they worship that book even till today. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಯು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂದಿದೆ, and everybody are grateful for that book. ಆದರೆ ನಿಜವಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿದರೆ ಶಾನುಭೋಗರು ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಪುಸ್ತಕದಿಂದಲ್ಲ. But our author is saying that he was really saved. Was he saved really because of the accounts book or because of the tiger? The tigers following the moral and ethical code, right? So the author is asking us, do you think that his life was saved really because of that accounts book? ಹುಲಿಯ ಧರ್ಮ ಶ್ರದ್ಧೆಯಿಂದ. So the author is saying it's not because of the accounts book. His life was saved because the tiger followed the moral ethics. ಆ ಗುಣವನ್ನು ಹಾಡಿ ಹೊಗಳುವ ಭಾಗ್ಯ ನನ್ನ ಪಾಲಿಗೆ ಬಂತು. So the author is saying, I have now got a privilege or opportunity to praise this good characteristic of the tiger. So that is why Vyagra Gite. Vyagra is tiger and Gite is like a song where the author is praising its moral values. So, this is the lesson Vyagra Gita.